And we are live. I hope everyone can hear me. Let me just check my microphone. Let's wait for some people to join us. Okay, I can see some users coming, joining our webinar. Guys, thank you very much. I know it's been, I've sent late notice today. It was a bit unplanned, but I really want to jump on a live stream today and show you our new product, which we call Clear Policy. So Clear Policy is designed to help brokers research lender policies against customer profile. So let's just wait for more people to join us. And let me configure my screen. And I hope everyone's doing great. Liam is not joining me today, so I'm going to do it by myself, unfortunately, because Liam is busy with Mystro and making sure that Mystro is the best product available on the market for brokers. So let's just wait for more people to arrive. I'm hoping that my email campaign went through successfully, notifying people that we are live. Let me just double check that. Let me just quickly double check. Guys, if you can hear me, if you can see me, please let me know so I know that I'm not talking to myself. I can see more people joining. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Glad to see you here. Let me check if my campaign went out, because maybe I didn't set it up correctly. Just give me a second, everyone. I can see more people jumping in. Thank you very much. Glad to see you all here. Stephen, you are visual and loud and clear. Stephen, thank you very much. Glad to see you here. Let's wait for more people to arrive. Let me see if my campaign went out. Just bear with me for a second. I hope it went out. I hope I set it up correctly. Okay, so yes, it did went out. So excellent. We're going to wait a little bit more for more people to join. But I think we should begin, and I hope everyone's having a great Friday. I know it's late on Friday, and I really appreciate you guys giving me your time. So today I want to show you how you can get started with clearpolicy.ai. So if you haven't subscribed to it, please do so by going to clearpolicy.ai and register for your free account. Let me share my screen and I'll show you what it looks like. Share screen. I'm going to share my entire screen. Here we go. I hope everyone can see it. So this is our new website that we've developed as part of FinTech. So as you know, FinTech is parent company of Mystro, and now we have another product called Clear Policy, which we're planning to integrate into Mystro. Oh, Stephen says it's a public holiday in Melbourne somewhat. Yeah, a lot of people on long weekend, but that's fine. I'm actually in Melbourne too, but I don't have any public holidays. And I'm full force ahead. I can see more people joining, so that's excellent. All right, anyway, let's begin. So today's live stream is all about clearpolicy.ai, which is a product of FinTech. And as you know, as part of FinTech company, we have a number of products. One of these products is Mystro, which is our flagship product. And another product that we've launched is an experimental product that will be integrated into Mystro at some point, and we'll call it Clear Policy, which is policy research tool for finance brokers. So right now, this tool is designed for asset finance brokers, but we are planning to expand it to mortgages and private finance, private lending as well. So as you can see on the screen, if you navigate to clearpolicy.ai, you'll be able to subscribe or log in into your free account. So please do so by clicking on login with your email now button. And once you're in, you'll be taken to a screen like this, which is a dashboard where you can see all of your scenarios. So you can create a scenario and you can run analysis on this scenario. So I'll walk you through the process and I'll show you what system does and how to use it. And if you have any questions about the system or in general, please feel free to ask here. I like to keep this webinar interactive, and I'm happy to answer all of the questions. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Mystro as well and how we're going to merge this product into Mystro, or how we can bring parts of this product in Mystro. Because the product is very useful. A lot of brokers will appreciate it, and a lot of brokers will find it very, very helpful. It will save them a lot of time and a lot of money by cutting down time on policy analysis, because the system will do everything for you. Okay, so this is our dashboard, and we have a list of scenarios that I've created previously. Obviously, I'm playing with scenarios, so this is just demos. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new scenario. To create a new scenario is very, very simple. I'm going to click New Scenario button, and that will allow me to select finance type. So I'm going to select motor vehicle, and I'm going to put purchase price. Let's do 140,000. So someone wants to buy a car for 140,000, and that's fine. And we're going to see if we can help this person to acquire this vehicle. Now, on the left, I have a scenario information, which I can continue filling in. So, for example, we're going to say the cell type is, let's say, dealer cell type. Asset age will be new demo. For borrower information, we're going to put credit score. You don't have to enter this information, but the more information we provide to the agent, the better results are. So obviously, it will have more better understanding of a customer profile. So I'm going to put credit score, let's say 900, residency status own, employment, let's make it self-employed, and for more than 2 years. And for income, we're going to put 10,000, and income frequency monthly. I can add additional information. So if I know more information about the customer, I can just add additional information here, and the agent will know about this, and it will include it as part of its research. Now, also, if you use Mystro, you can import your fact find by uploading it here. So you can click plus and upload documents. So you can upload the fact find, and the system will analyze that the fact find. It will extract all information that is required for this particular analysis, and it will store it internally. And you can upload any type of document. So if you have pay slips, fact find, even credit report, you can upload all of this information, and the system will take it into account. So it's a really powerful, really simple system to use. And once we have all information entered, what I'm going to do, I'm going to research policies. I'm going to see if this customer fits any lender profile. So to do so, I'm going to click Ask Question, and in the selection box, so these are kind of pre-selections or suggestions that you can use. Right now we have research lender policy, so I'm going to click on it, and it will be populated in this box. I can add more information here. I can type whatever I want, but in this case, I just want to research lender policy and let the system figure it out. And I'm going to press send. So when I press send, the agent will start working. It's not instant process. It takes time. It takes 3 minutes. Sometimes it takes 1-2 minutes. It depends on the customer profile and on amount of information we have about the customer. Because the more information we have, the more information the agent has to analyze, and that obviously will increase the time it takes for agent to analyze it. But, I think it's worth waiting a little bit longer and to make sure that the results that we get are really, really accurate and usable. Because, we don't want to get some shitty results, right? We want to get excellent results that will help us make an informed decision. So what agents is doing is analyzing client information, analyzing scenario information, merge it with lender policy information that is currently available. Now, we're currently in beta, and we don't have all lenders on our panel, so we're testing with 5 or 6 lenders right now. I think 7. Some of these lenders are, Pepper Money, Mystro, Plenty, Now Finance, so these kind of lenders. And we're going to be adding more lenders, obviously, as we progress. But for now, we only have like a few lenders that we can test with. But you can use the system in production. You can use it in live deals and give us your feedback. So feedback is very important. If you look at the bottom right corner, there is a feedback button. So if you click on this button, you can provide us feedback. As soon as you provide it, we'll get it. And based on your feedback, we'll make the product better, and we'll make, we'll include features that you asking, and or maybe we remove features. It doesn't matter. But please give us your feedback. Tell us what you think, because it's really, really important for us. We are planning to integrate this product into Mystro. So as part of that integration, we're going to listen to your feedback, and obviously we'll take that into account. Now, system is researching right now. So as you can see now, we have a little box here, and it says it's thinking, and it's telling you what it's thinking about. So it's telling you what it's doing. Obviously, as I said, the process is not instant, and it takes a bit of time. But again, we're planning to improve the user interface, maybe create some kind of some kind of table of thinking messages. I don't know yet, but it's a work in progress, and the improvements will be made. And obviously, we'll take into account your feedback. So if you have any feedback, please share it with us. So let's wait for it to finish. Usually it takes about 2-3 minutes. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. So it looks like now it's taking a bit longer because we've provided more information about the client. But it should go through very, very quickly. In the meantime, I'm going to show you some other features that we have in this system. So one of the features we have is a notepad. So notepad is where you can store your notes. So you can enter, you can start typing your notes about this client or whatever information you want to store in notes. When you type something in, it will be stored automatically. So next time when you go to Notepad, or when you open up customer profile or this scenario, you will be able to refer back to your notes. I'll show you in a second how you can use notes with results that will come back. So we're still waiting for the results. But Notes is a very interesting and powerful tool where you can just store all the information, and then you can share this information with your team, or you can save it as a PDF file. And later on, we'll talk about reports, which is also one of the important features of the system. What reports do? They basically, once we analyze our policy and had a proper conversation with AI agent, it will summarize everything, and it will create actionable steps for you and your team to progress with this customer. So that's I will show that in a second once we get a response from the agent. And now, as you can see, we have analysis response. It's very neatly organized. And let's read through this. So the scenario is motor vehicle, 140,000, 5 years, self-employed, and the credit score 900. And balloon is 0 in this case. Now, it found 2 lenders that it's recommended, both eligible. Now, if you look at the on the header table, we have Mystro and we have Pepper. Now, each lender has a fit score. So we run internal scoring system, and based on a lot of parameters, we come up with this score. So in this case, the customer is strong, and the fit score for this lender is 98 and 96. If there are other lenders that might be, might work with the customer, that will be available. In this case, and there are other lenders, but the system picked these 2 lenders because they fit this customer profile the best, because their fit score is the highest. And it gives you a bit of information about this result. So you can expand this table, especially if you have a lot of records. So here we have a button to expand table. And if I expand it, it will give me kind of more clear view of a table, like full screen view. So here I can see the borrower is eligible for both lenders. Credit score minimum for this lender is 500. For Pepper, it's not specified. Asset age should be less than 15 years. For both, balloon residual. So these are balloon residual requirements. Docs, full docs, self-employed, 2 years ABN. So this is the documentation requirements. Indicative rate. So we have indicative rate here for Mystro, and for Pepper, we don't have rates yet in the system. So once we upload rates for Pepper, obviously it will return Pepper rates as well. Upfront fees, monthly fees, estimated monthly payments, and overall fee eligible for both. So that will give us a table of suggested results that we might consider for this client. If I scroll down, it gives us more information. For example, it gives us notes on what's driving the comparison. So it tells you, for example, in this case, Mystro publishes consumer rate card by asset age and ownership. With property owner and new demo, card rate is 64%. So you can read more about Pepper and about Mystro and about Pepper policy information. So that gives you like really, really good snapshot and summarization of key policy points. Now we go how we calculated Mystro repayment. So that gives you peace of mind knowing that the calculations are accurate and you know exactly how it's been calculated. Other lenders not shown, a reason, not a rate comparison. So these are the lenders that we have not shown in this matrix, and because the fit for these lenders are lower than the fit for these lenders. So they might be eligible, we just don't show it. If you want to show it, we can ask agent to show now finance, for example, and agent will show you results for now finance, including their policy. Here the next checks. So it's a recommendation what to do next. Confirm client is a homeowner to keep Mystro owner rate and Pepper tier A. Confirm ABN trading greater than 24 months. So we can confirm this via collect documentation. So we can use Mystro to collect that information and confirm it. And confirm whether a broker origination fee will be capitalized to include total repayment. So I can confirm this by simply typing to the agent and saying, yes, I'm confirming this. And the agent will do its recalculation. So if you have more information about the client, for example, you've received additional information or the system asking for confirmations, the system will let you enter it here, and then you can do recalculation. And recalculation can be done right now simply by clicking ask question and run research policy again. So it will run it again with new numbers, and it will give you really comprehensive calculation. Now, what I can do here, I can use my notes. For example, I might want to include maybe some of the rows here, like balloon residual. So if you want to copy some information, you can. Like that. You can copy text, so you can use some of the information that is that's been returned by the agent and just populate it in notes. So you can just create a nice, clear note so you can refer to later. So that's a very useful tool, and obviously the notes are saved automatically. And if you invite your team members in the system, they can open up and they can see the notes. Or if you use Mystro, for example, for data collection, you can transfer all this information into Mystro, and it will be available to you on the deal level in Mystro, so you can kind of make up your mind what to do with this customer. Also, as part of this, I can ask agent, extra questions. So, for example, I can say something like, all right, let's go with Mystro. So I'll say, okay, let's go with Mystro. What documents I need to collect from this client? So I can ask questions like that. So if you ask a question, the system will do its job it will give you a list of documents that needs to be collected. Then you can go to Mystro, or if you don't use Mystro, you can use email or whatever the system you use to collect documents, and collect documents using your system. Obviously, I recommend using Mystro because Mystro is a secure and automated system that collects not only documents, but signatures, fact find, pretty much anything that you need to collect from clients. And Mystro will do it automatically for you. So that's a really handy and really easy tool. Now, while Agent is doing his job, I want to talk about reports. So reports are designed to summarize what Agent recommended and create some actionable steps. So you can download reports as a PDF and share with your team, or just use it as part of your application, pack. So you can store it locally and have it in the system. Now, reports are also automatically generated, and all you need to do is click Generate Reports, and the report will start generating. As I said before, it's not instant. The report will also take a couple of minutes to generate, so you don't have to sit and wait. You can go ahead and do your own things while reports are generating, and it will take all the information that is available to the agent, and also it will take all scenario information. So the more information you provide about the customer, the better outcome will be. Let's wait what's going on here. So we're still going through documentation checklist. So let's wait for it to happen. By the way, we are working on speeding this up and to make it more efficient. So obviously, 3-4 minutes, it's not a long time, but it's better if it's faster, right? We don't want to sacrifice the quality, but at the same time, we want to improve the speed. So this will improve, but for now, it takes about 3-4 minutes to do the job. Now, what's also very important is when the response is received, it's important if you guys can give us your feedback, whether it's a good response or bad response. So we have this kind of voting buttons. So if you click on good response, then we'll know that this response is very good. And, we don't need to take any action. But if response is bad, then we need to look into it closely. So all of these responses and votes will come back to us. And based on this information, the system, first of all, the system will train itself to be better. And second of all, the system, we will read them as well, and we'll see, how you react and how you react to agents' responses. From our testing, the responses are very, very accurate, and you can potentially, save a lot of time with policy research because the system does it for you. So let's wait for document checklist to generate. The system's telling us what it's doing. So if you want to read it, you can. But let's look at our report for now. So the report has been generated based on information that is already available, obviously minus documents because we're still waiting on it. And if I click on the report, it will open up a report in a new window. Now, this is a scenario report, and it's fully editable. So you can make your own edits here. You can add your notes, and you can configure it and customize it the way you like. But it's a document that summarizes the entire thing, or all information that we have about this scenario. So we have executive summary, purpose, compare consumer asset finance options for self-employed client purchasing new demo vehicle for $140,000 over 60 months with no deposit and no balloon. Top recommendation, Mystro consumer car loan. Strong, and it tells you why it's recommending it. Strong eligibility alignment for self-employed with over 2 years tenure and home owner status. Transparent 864 per annum indicative rate provided and acceptable fees. Zero balloon request aligned with policy, estimated repayment with income tolerance. So it did its job and it's recommended this product. And here it gives you a scenario snapshot, asset and loan request. So this is a snapshot about this particular request. Eligibility and policy check, gates met, self-employed, homeowner, new demo vehicle, loan signs. Potential gaps, ABN 10-year specifics. So we need to provide information about the ABN for self-employed. Tax return availability for last 2 years. Purpose confirmed. PAYG rule applied, not applicable. So we're not applying any PAYG rules. With lender comparison, this is again a summary of lender comparison. Metro provides published indicative rates. So Metro 95 score, internal score or clear policy score is 95. It's eligible. Clear rate and fees, strong policy fit for self-employed over 2 years. Zero balloon acceptable. And PEPA eligible as well. Policy support tier A, homeowner self-employed, balloon, and up to 40% permitted. Now we have affordability and risk notes. So estimated monthly repayment impact. So 2,901 versus stated income 10,000 per month, so approximately 29% of gross monthly income. DTI, key risks unknowns. So again, ABN, undisclosed liabilities. So we need to check all of this. All of this will come back in credit report and bank statements. So if you have these documents, you can just upload it to Mystro, not to Mystro, to Clear Policy, and Clear Policy will use that information to, to mitigate this risk and unknowns. And mitigations confirm full doc availability for 2 years and so forth. Now we have data gaps and assumptions. So ABN start date, copies of 2 years personal business tax returns. So this is just a list of all data gaps and assumptions. Recommendation and next steps. So system recommends what to do next. For example, in this case, it's recommending proceed with Metro, consumer car loan, subject to confirming ABN tenure and obtaining full financials. So here we can collect self-employed. So it's recommending to collect self-employed full doc per policy. So ABN evidence greater than 2 years and last 2 year tax returns, obtain dealer invoice, verify homeowner status, again, through documentation, provide standard ID and banking details per lender checklist, confirm whether any broker fees to be capitalized, and rerun repayment calculator if included. If Metro pricing changes, so documents are not available, obtain paper rate. Okay, and at the bottom, we have calculation details. So it just gave us a bit of information, how it's calculated, everything. Now, obviously, this document is updatable, so I can add my own things here. And if I add my own notes, it will be saved. So if you want to add to it or remove to it, or if you have any particular thoughts about this, you can just maybe add it somewhere, anywhere on the document. And if I press this button here, save as PDF, so it's right here on the top menu, it will save everything as a PDF file, so you can save it on your local computer and you can attach it to your deal in your CRM system, preferably in Mystro if you use Mystro, and you should be using Mystro, of course, because Mystro automates a lot of these things. And it will be available against your application in your CRM. So let me close this and let's have a look in our chat. So remember we asked, let's go with Metro, what documents I need to collect from the client. So let's see what the system came up with. So we've selected Metro's consumer motor vehicle deal, blah, blah, blah. So this is kind of a summary of, again, just summarizing the client. So for Metro self-employed consumer motor vehicle, this is a documentation checklist. Identity and applicant details. Biometric verification will be performed to ensure client has valid government ID available. Applicant must be over 18 years old and current driver's license status. Learner, all accepted. Credit file and conduct. Consent to credit check. Confirm and, if applicable, provide proof that there are no payday inquiries in the last 12 months, no financial defaults on credit file, no more than 2 telco utility defaults under $1,000 each. So this is obviously taken from the policy, and it just tells you like what credit file and conduct requirements. Self-employed income and ABN, evidence of ABN history and last 2 year tax returns. So this is for self-employed. This is bank statements and savings required for tier 3 or first-time lends. So if it's a first-time lend, they need you need to provide 3 months bank statements from a customer. If Mystro requests savings evidence, provide recent statements showing the required balance and history. So that will come with bank statements, of course. Household income, so it needs to verify if using spousal partner income to offset living expenses. So we're not doing that. Asset and product parameters, so this is just more information. And submission tips, match tax returns. If minor telco utility default exists, obtain proof of payment now to avoid settlement delays. And it gives you a conclusion and recommendation. So it gives you a comprehensive overview of policies against this particular client, and it tells you exactly what to do. If you want, at this stage, we can rerun report, so we can generate another report. And the new report will take extra information that is available into account, and it will summarize it in a nice report that, again, you can download it and you can save it on your computer. So these are the major features of the system, and I hope you find it useful and beneficial to your business. I have spoken to quite a few brokers already, and I've shown them the system, and they absolutely loved it. So I would love to hear your feedback, and I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to ask me questions right now, please feel free to ask a question via chat. I'd be more than happy to answer. Now let's talk about integration into Mystro platform. So because this is a very exciting part. So as I mentioned before, we are planning to integrate this tool into Mystro. So this tool will be available as part of Mystro CRM system, and you'll be able to perform all of these actions in Mystro. Maybe not everything will be available, not all features of the system, but majority of features will be available. Steven is asking, when will this be done for broker residential loans? Steven, we are working on this. It would be good if we can have a phone call and discuss this. We are planning to roll it to broker residential as well, residential loans. But it all depends on data that we have and and the requirements. So I would love to have a chat with you and discuss this. But again, let's go back to my original thoughts about integration to Mystro. So as I said, it will be integrated. Maybe not all features will be integrated, but majority of the features that you see here will be integrated in Mystro. We do have basic integration right now. So for example, if you have a client and you do your research and you compile the list of recommendations and document checklists and everything, what you can do here, you can actually click this button, and we have request fact find button. It is disabled in this account because I have not connected my Mystro account, but basically once it's enabled, you'll be able to submit it to Mystro, all of the information we have about the client. It will create a new deal in Mystro. It will pre-populate information that you provided here. And in Mystro, you can configure, obviously, a workflow, so it can automatically send requests to client and initiate data collection. So for example, if I have a client, instead of putting into my CRM system, I can quickly jump into this tool. I can do my calculations. I can do my recommendations. And once I'm happy with this, so let's say, yeah, this client is qualified, because there are clients that are not qualified or no one can help them. For example, let's do an experiment. Let's create a new deal. Motor vehicle, let's do $40,000. And let's create a really difficult client, the client who cannot even obtain a loan. So we're going to say, no deposit, no balloon. We're going to do private sale, and we're going to do demo vehicle over 60 months. Let's do credit score 400 for this client. So we'll make it really, really difficult. Let's do residency status, renting, employment, self-employed for less than 6 months. And income, let's do, I don't know, $4,000. This is what I did in my last video per month. Okay, So we're going to use this client as a test example. Obviously, it's not a real client, but it looks like a very difficult client. I don't think he can even get a loan. But let's ask for help from Clear Policy. So Clear Policy will analyze this client, will compare against available lenders and their policies, and will come up with the result. So let's wait for it to happen. Again, it will take a bit of time because, obviously it's a difficult client. So it will need to analyze pretty much across the entire lender panel and, see if anyone can help them. In the meantime, we can start putting notes. I can say, this is a very difficult client. So I can start typing notes. We are planning to create a tool that will automatically type notes for you. So you can just start typing what you think, and the tool will complete the notes based on information that is available. So with scenario, of course, once we submit it for lender research, we can continue refining it and continue make it better. Sharon says, very hard to read. Sharon, yeah, this is obviously it's a text, so I can make it a little bit bigger. Maybe that's better. So these are notes, and what I was saying is, you can type any notes here, and I've typed, this is very difficult client. But obviously with notes, what we're planning to do, we're planning to automate notes as well. So you don't have to type it. It will type notes for you automatically based on scenario that you provide. The notes will be created based on a template. So you'll be able to create a template in Mystro for notes, and it will follow a template automatically and start populating notes for you. So you will have like full breakdown of everything that you want in your notes. And obviously you can always type it manually. Same with reports. So right now the report section is, we don't have any reports for this client, but the report itself, excuse me, is the template is actually built into the system. We're planning to allow you to specify what information you want in the reports and in what order, like everything that you want in these reports, and the system will be able to produce these reports. What we're also planning to do is instead of you clicking a button here or sending a message, we are planning to automatically initiate the process. So you'll have a button somewhere on the screen where you can just say, do your things like auto analysis or something like that. And the system will perform all the analysis for you. It will complete the notes for you. It will generate reports, and it will let you know when everything is complete. So if you don't want to do it manually, the system will do it for you, and it will make your life even more easier. And obviously, once it's integrated into Mystro, it will be even simpler, because in Mystro, as you know, you already have all data about the client. So it knows far more than you have here. And, not only it has information about their fact find, but also it has information about their documents. And all data from documents is extracted and stored and available for search and available for the agent. So agent will use all of this information to make decisions, to perform its tasks, and will produce really, really accurate and really useful results for you guys. Okay, so let's wait a little bit more. By the way, once you're done with your conversation or with your deal, you can clear chat. So you can, if you want to start over, for example, like you changed a lot of fields, you don't want to, like information that you currently have on the screen is not applicable anymore, you can just clear chat, and it will clear the chat and it will start over. While the process is running, it's obviously telling you what it does and what's the thinking process. but also you cannot send additional messages. So you have to wait until process is complete, and then you can send follow-ups and send additional messages. Sounds great. Let's chat. Yep, no worries. Steven, let's have a conversation and see what we can do. So right now, I think it failed. It didn't like the client at all, so it decided to fail. And again, guys, this is a beta product, so it produced some unknown result and some weird information, so it just failed. In 95% of cases, or 90, even more than that, it's not failing. Sometimes it fails, but obviously, when there is an error on the screen or something's happening, we'll get notified and we'll correct it very, very quickly. So I'm gonna rerun this query again. If it fails, you can always rerun the query and it will produce the right results. Again, this product is still in beta, but it will become better and better. It's quite stable now. It's actually very stable. Sometimes it fails when I start pressing buttons all over the place, but usually it produces results correctly. So I'd like to know what you guys think about this. If you want to send me a message, even in this chat, I'd be happy to hear your feedback. And if you think the system is good enough for you to give it a try, I would really appreciate it. We have right now, let me just stop sharing my screen for a second, and I want to tell you how many users we have in the system right now, because we've opened up the registration process yesterday. No, actually today. So we've opened this up today, and I believe that we have quite a few people who actually already registered and already using this system. James says, looks great. Raising mortgages would be a great option. Yeah, absolutely. We'll try to make it happen for you guys. Let me log in to my dashboard. Again, I want to check how many people actually registered. I'm going to tell you in a second. Yeah, it's not, it'll take me a time to get that information, unfortunately. Let me just give me a second, guys. I know it's boring, but please bear with me, and I'll get that information. Okay. So I'm going to log in as administrator in the system. And the login system works via the link. So when you go to the website, you'll be able to log in by supplying a link, and it will send, by supplying your email address, and it will send you a link that you can use to log in into the system. Let me just log in. All right, so I'm going to go to my Clear Policy email. Just give me a second. Here we go. So I've got it. I'm going to authorize myself. And let's check how many users we have in the system. Okay. All right, so we have quite a few users. We have right now, guys, we have over 30 users registered today. So more and more users registering to access. We have new users that are waiting approval, because when someone registers, it actually, we put it in a queue and we approve these users by one by one. So if you go to clearpolicy.ai and register, you'll be able to access the system right now. And I think on that note, we'll end the stream, and hopefully you guys find this information useful. Actually, before I do that, let me share my screen, because I just checked. We have received research policy for this customer, who I think will never get a loan. But let's have a look. So actually, for Now Finance, this customer might be eligible, apparently, which is, I'm not sure if that's the case, but let's read it. So borrower eligibility is potentially eligible. Balloon allowed no inspection. So potentially it can go with Now Finance. There are some ineligible lenders, obviously. So Pepper, Mystro will not service this guy. Money3, so Edge Case. With Now Finance, I don't think this guy will fit Now Finance, but I need to check why it's made it eligible. But obviously, you know, there are some red flags, and it will outline all these red flags here. So obviously, it produced a lot of notes and a lot of next checks, for example, and conclusion, and lenders who are not shown, and so forth. But it produced a comprehensive report, or basically a response, so you can use to follow up with the client and continue with this client. So if it's potentially, if it's eligible, you can go with this. If not, then you know, obviously it's a pass. But guys, thank you so much for your time today. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email it to me, or just log into your clearpolicy.ai, click feedback, and give us your feedback. We'll read your feedback, and we'll incorporate all the features that you're requesting in this product. And I hope you find it useful. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time, probably next Wednesday or Friday. Liam will join me, and we'll talk about new Mystro features. We are releasing a lot of new updates to Mystro CRM to make it quicker, to make it easier to use. A lot of updates to Mystro workflows, as we announced last week. So that's all coming. That's all available. I believe next week Liam will do live training, and in this training he will, you know, show you how you can configure workflows in Mystro, and how to all put it all together. So please look out for email from Liam. I believe he sent it last week. And yeah, feel free to join the training. I think it's going to be very, very useful and very informative. And you know, you will discover a lot of things that you probably don't know about Mystro as well, because we've released a lot of new functionality, such as, you know, new updates to forms, objects, and so forth. So Liam will cover all of this. And obviously next Friday we'll jump on another live stream where we'll talk about all these features that we released in Mystro. And you know, usually and as always, create a use case where we demonstrate this feature. So whether it's a lead generation use case, or some kind of you know, any use case that we want to create. James says add low doc wording as an alternative to all doc in question. Yep, no worries. Well, that's excellent. We'll do that. If you use the system, guys, please use feedback. Send us as many feedbacks as possible, because we'll take that into account, and we'll make it much better. Obviously, you know, we're still training. The system is training itself based on feedback and based on results. it makes itself better. So the more information we have, the more usage we have, the more feedback we have from you guys, the better the system will become. And obviously, not just feedback, rate the question, rate answers as well. So if this is a good response, say it's a good response. If it's a bad response, say it's a bad response. So the system will know that, yes, it's a good response, and it will adjust accordingly. All right, I think we'll end this stream. We've been live streaming for 50 minutes, and we still have people in this stream. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you next Friday.